about your audition with Jay Z. Tell me what he said to you.
A really good audition.
And what did he say to you? He said something to you. Look on you, this lady.
He said, there are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal signed or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
This happened to me. I didn't cause this. I didn't do it. This happened to me, and it can happen to anybody.
Jay Z worked so hard to change the narrative of that night. Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started with her and signed to the Def Jam. It's clear to say that the herpes that she had came from the person she had been most sexually involved with, and that was Sean Carter.
Being inside at the highest level that Jay Z likes to watch Beyonce with different men, such as Ray J.
Rihanna's ex-manager, Jonathan Hay, just sent everyone into a frenzy after leaking private information on Rihanna and Jay Z doing the you-know-what. The rumors have been going around for a hot minute that Jay forced Rihanna into becoming his side chick and then infected her with a whole STD, which she later distributed to Chris Brown. But now it's being alleged that they even got tapes of it. In fact, it's also being speculated that this affair is the reason Beyonce and Ri have not worked together, even though they are both closely related to Jay Z. Oh, and if you thought that was it, wait till you hear about the receipts Jonathan dropped, alluding to Jay Z allegedly being a raging DL man. Okay, so as most of y'all know, people have been side-eyeing Jay Z, even going as far as calling him a PDF because of the rumors about him sleeping with Rihanna, Foxy, and Beyonce when they were pretty young than him. Interestingly enough, these rumors were started by this same manager, Jonathan Hay, back in the day when he said Jay made Rihanna get intimate with him before signing her to Def Jam. The rumors got worse when Rihanna herself admitted to Jay Z locking her up in his office till 3 a.m. in the morning.
So tell me about your audition with Jay Z. Tell me what he said to you.
A really good audition.
Yes.
But before I met him, I was so nervous. I was shaking literally. But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming.
And you had to sing a cappella for him?
Yes, I had to sing. I sang Fun to Replay. I sang another ballad from the album last time.
So then what did he say to you? He said something to you.
Oh yes, he said, we don't sign songs here, we sign artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
So then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, he did it one word.
I did a lot of homework on you, this lady.
He said, there are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal signed or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure working with Jay Z, you've met Beyonce.
That's right.
How was it like meeting her?
I could not speak.
Really?
Really. That's someone I really looked up to for a long time. And it was after one of my showcases, and he was introducing me to everyone from the label. Then he finally said, okay, one more person. And there she was. And I could not speak.
And she gave you some advice.
Yes, she did. She just told me to, when I get on stage, let loose, have fun, and be in control.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to let it go.
No.
Because she'd be like, what? You know how she does it.
Against her will to sign that record deal. But here's where things get even messier. A lot of people actually speculate that Jay Z had his goons threaten Jonathan into taking back everything he said. You see, just days after Jonathan said Jay Z was having an affair with Rihanna, he came back again and basically said it was a PR stunt he cooked up to promote Pawn to Replay. Boy, bye. No one believed any of that at all. I was reckless, and I didn't think it was going to work. I was just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what would stick. And just when we thought things couldn't get any worse, Jaguar Wright stepped into the chat with a whole new set of allegations that only made things messier. She alleged that Jay Z infected Rihanna with an STD, which she passed on to Chris Brown.
Now, Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started with her and signed to the Def Jam. It's clear to say that the herpes that she had came from the person she had been most sexually involved with, and that was Sean Carter. So here it is. Chris Brown has his first herpes outbreak from his celebrity girlfriend who he was set up with, and it was supposed to be this and it was supposed to be that, and he was there so people wouldn't pay attention to the fact that she was Jay Z underage. Jay Z gave her the herpes that she gave to Chris Brown.
Oh, but it gets even worse. Just a few months ago, Jonathan decided to start jumping from one interview to another, exposing everything he knew about Rihanna and Jay Z. And baby, This man literally went back on that apology he made earlier. This time, he said Jay Z and Rihanna actually did in fact have an affair at one point, and that he only took what he said back the first time because Jay Z forced him to. But the craziest part came when he alleged that Jay Z was gay. Jonathan claims that while he was working for Rihanna, he saw Jay Z having intimate relations with DJ Khaled. One of those times was apparently at a Hollywood party where he saw Jay Z passionately kissing DJ Khaled. And in case you were wondering, yes, it was on the lips. And yes, it was deep.
What I do know for a fact, not alleged, but DJ Khaled is bisexual. And Jay Z has also participated in bisexual activities.
Would you want to say allegedly? For your safety?
There's no, I would say allegedly, if it was allegedly. DJ Khaled, 100%, has been involved in, he's bisexual. I did a show called One Shot, and he was in Miami, and he was open with the guy that he was with. He was gay. And I don't understand what happens there where, because nobody said anything to me like, hey, make sure you don't, go out and say this on record. Make sure you don't say this, da-da-da-da. So it's weird that would still be hidden. That seems like that should be a fact that DJ Khaled, at least in 2016, was definitely bisexual.
Okay, and
And Jay Z is without question bisexual.
Okay.
Now, the reason people were so quick to believe what Jonathan said was that prior to him naming these allegations, DJ Khaled had already been outed for being DL by one of the confirmed male in Diddy and Cassie's freak-offs. Funny enough, the is also called Jonathan. Grr, it's a mess. So in 2018, the street worker was arrested, and during his interrogation, he revealed that he was in some of Diddy's FOs, and that he saw DJ Khaled at the parties too. Now, at the time, nothing had been about Diddy's shenanigans, so no one took him seriously at all. But looking back now, it seems like everything he said was actually true.
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati, and he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts. I had with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a slave. Okay. For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. Mark Eros and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. Yes, I have a good friend, a breakfast buddy. His name is Luis David Gonzalez. And he's a witness that Ross came and threatened me at my house post-settlement. After we settled, Diddy sent Ross, and I asked him to go see if that was Ross and confirm his identity. Basically, what happened is Diddy sent Ross, which they're good buddies, okay? Mm-hmm. They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Anyway, going back to Rihanna's manager, he also accused Jay Z of getting intimate with trans women.
Jay Z with transgender women? You personally?
I have, correct. It was during the tour. It was during the tour with the Mill, DMX, Jay Z.
The Hard Knock Life.
No.
Or maybe a different one.
Yeah, they had the documentary for it. What was that called? I'll think of it. I'll think of it here in a little bit.
Yeah, it was a documentary, backstage or the
backstage with the Mill and all that. I used to work with her, and I definitely. It was unmistakable. In 2024, the trans women are. It can be hard. Like a lot of people. That they don't know, but back then it wasn't as advanced, and you could clearly tell, that was a guy. Is a cuckold, right? He likes to watch Beyonce with other men. Ray J, from what I heard, even before all this happened, was one of the guys that used to smash Beyonce while Jay Z would watch.
People have been looking at Jay sideways ever since that wild video of him and Diddy went viral. You know, that clip where Diddy was slapping Jay's behind from. What's even crazier is that Jay looked like he was enjoying the whole thing. And then there was also that 2012 interview where he was out here going hard praising Obama for legalizing gay marriage. And girl, the streets haven't stopped talking since. In the interview, he said, and I quote, "What people do in their own homes is their business. You choose to love whoever you love. It's no different than discriminating against blacks. It's discrimination, plain and simple. I think announcing support of gay marriage is the right thing to do. So whether it costs Obama votes or not, again, it's not about votes, it's about people. It's the right thing to do as a human being." Now, of course, there's nothing wrong with this, but people thought it was interesting that he was so passionate about it, and they started questioning if he might be on the down low. Not only that, but back in 2018, Jay shared that he cried happy tears when his mom finally came out as a lesbian. "I was so happy for her that she was free. Mama had 4 kids, but she's a lesbian, had to pretend so long that she's a thespian, had to hide in the closet, so she medicated/society shame and the pain was too much to take." And if you thought the Diddy situation was the only reason people were side-eyeing Jay, then baby, you better think again. Let's not forget his obsession with the gay painter Jean-Michel Basquiat. Some of y'all don't even know this, but Jay's whole signature hairstyle is directly inspired by Basquiat. Basquiat never openly said he was gay, but people always had suspicions he was bisexual, and the word on the street is that Jay is related to Basquiat on a personal level, and the internet has receipts. There are multiple pictures of Basquiat getting close to men, doing things that suggest he was romantically interested in men. Jay even went as far as dropping $4.2 million on one of Basquiat's paintings in 2013, and also referenced Basquiat in multiple songs. In one track, he talked about having a yellow Basquiat painting in his kitchen and compared himself to the artist, expressing how he saw himself as the new Jean-Michel and felt inspired by him. Now, when it comes to Beyonce, it's unclear what exactly she did to Rihanna, but baby, whatever she did to her was enough for them to not get along. Because even though Rihanna has known Jay Z for over 20 years, she and Beyonce have still not worked on a single song together. Allegedly, it got so bad that Beyonce ended up crying hysterically. Now, it has long been speculated that there were even tapes of Jay and Rihanna's affair, and that is what made Beyonce go crazy. But until we actually see them with our own eyes, we would never know. As usual, people had their thoughts, like this person who said, Jay Z was literally besties with Diddy, caught the eye of Beyonce when she was literally 16, and was manipulating Rihanna at 16 too. He's a literal sicko and was definitely on that island. Another person said, Jay Z has a history of friendship with convicted SA committers like Diddy, R. Kelly, and simultaneously a history of manipulating 18-year-old girls like Beyonce, Aaliyah, and Rihanna. He has been mentioned in every famous case of under 18-year-old manipulation in the past 10 years. What else do y'all need? But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Rihanna allegedly having an affair with Jay Z when she was 17 years old? And do you really think this is why she and Beyonce don't get along? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.